Don't ask me why, but when I saw this shoe, I thought, man, it looks so good. But now the question is it also a very good trail shoe on top of looking good? Let's find out. Hey everyone, and welcome back on the channel. My name is Alex, and in today's video, we are reviewing a trail shoe from Asics, the Asics Trabuco Max 2. We had the Trabuco Max 1 review on the channel in 2021, I would say, and it was one of the first videos on the channel, actually. Now we have the Trabuco Max 2. It's a shoe that is revisited compared to V1, and that comes in a very, very nice colorway. In my opinion, it's all very subjective, so you can contradict me in the comments. You can argue in the comments if you don't like it. I personally find it quite nice. This shoe was sent to us by Asics, by the way, and you can find it on Running Warehouse, Top for Running, and other retailers. You have links in the descriptions, and those links, they help us build the channel and grow. So thanks a lot for using them. Specs, we're looking at 43 millimeters of stack height in the heel, 5 millimeters drop for that 38 millimeters in the forefoot. It's a high sitting shoe. You can definitely feel you have some foam on the foot. You can definitely feel that ground feel is not something this shoe will provide you. 332 grams in my size US 11, EU 45. It's a heavy shoe, but for trail shoes with that type of usage purpose and the specs it has, it's okay. Upper, we're looking at that quite thick material. It's that thick that I actually found it quite hot in summer days. I tried this shoe in hot conditions, so that didn't help. But I don't think this upper is super breathable. I don't think it's meant to be used in very, very hot days. And if it is used in hot days, just be aware that you will have rather hot feet. And that could be an issue for people running for hours and hours in ultra trails. I never really experienced it myself. The longest one I did was 7 hours. But I don't really see myself using this shoe for more than 7-10 hours, mostly because of how I would expect my feet to be. And I'm not sure I would really enjoy it. There are certainly some tricks that you can use if you're an advanced trail runner, pouring some water on your shoes or that type of stuff. I don't know really about them, and I'm just assessing it as it is, and this upper, in my opinion, is quite hot. It's very comfortable though, and especially the heel is very reminiscent of the Nimbus 25. It's looking very similar, and I also feel like it's wrapping the heel in the same way. Very comfortable way of wrapping the heel. The tongue is very, very plush. The heel collar is also very plush. That overlay here in the forefoot is giving some rigidity, but I don't think it's enough for very, very aggressive and technical terrains, rocks especially, but for anything milled and, you know, not super technical surfaces, it's gonna do the trick very well. You have some stuff here and here for the gaiters if you need them. You have that nice tab, which is useful because the heel cup can be a bit snug. So overall, the upper is good. Just keep in mind, again, that it's quite thick and can run quite hot. Looking at the midsole, we're looking at Flight Foam Blast Plus. This is the compound Asics is using on this shoe. It's EVA plus olefin. It's a blended compound. It's definitely on the softer side of things when you press on it, but it doesn't really feel like it when you're running in it, and that's mostly because of the very thick layer of outsole, 4.5 millimeter lugs on this one. That kind of kills a bit the flavor of Flight Foam Blast Plus. You have some foam on the foot, 43 millimeters, definitely. You have also some foam in the forefoot, 38 millimeters, but you don't have that squishiness, that compression and decompression that you would expect from Flight Foam Blast Plus. And if you have it, if you start to feel it, it's kind of muted by the outsole, which I feel is a bit of a bummer. And I don't know if there's a way of maybe, you know, toning down a bit the outsole here on this shoe to allow the midsole express a bit more. That's at least what I would be looking at if I could. How does it ride? It's a very stable ride. It has also those extra overlays here on the lateral side and medial side, providing you, just like sidewalls, with a lot of stability within the shoe. You are meant to go forward, and there is very little lateral and medial movement in this shoe. Very stable shoe, which is very good for longer distances when the fatigue kicks in. It's a shoe that definitely, you know, doesn't allow you to feel the terrain too much. You are sitting very high in this shoe. You are really protected. It's a leg-saving type of midsole. You know, you definitely know that you can go the distance in this shoe without any issue because of how high you are and how protective this foam feels. But that comes at a cost, and the cost of that is the lack of, you know, agility, snappiness, and everything that comes with it, meaning that you don't really feel the terrain and you're not necessarily super connected to the ground with this shoe, but it's not the purpose of this shoe again. Outsole, 4.5mm lugs, very thick layer of outsole. I expect the durability to be very good. The grip is also very good, Asics grip on this shoe. And as you can see, the lugs have a special pattern. I would assume, I haven't tested this shoe in mud, but I would assume that it takes the mud away quite nicely and that the mud doesn't stick to the outsole thanks to that pattern here on the lugs. $180, 180 euros for this shoe, I believe is good value for everything it brings to the table. It's a solid update compared to the Trabuco Max 1, which had some flaws, especially the lacing system. I don't know if you remember about that, but I wasn't a huge fan of it. This is much better. Flight Foam Blast Plus, despite not being super expressive on this shoe, is a nice foam to have underfoot and definitely a protective foot, allowing the legs to be saved a bit more for longer distances. You know, 160 would be probably better, but I see some people really being happy with this shoe at this price point and for what it brings to the table. Go check the links in the description and let me know in the comments if you would consider this shoe as one of the best shoes this year. We're preparing a video with the best trail shoes of 2023, and I would know if I need to include this one in it. Let me know in the comments, I'm interested. Let's link to the normal shoe, a shoe by the company founded by Kilian Jornet. But it's a nice preview, I think, and it's something different in the trail scene today. Thanks for watching, enjoy your run today, enjoy your ride, and go beyond your limits. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye, guys.